Greetings, fellow reality shifters. Thanks for joining me for voting video number 287 in the incredible Mandela Effect voting video series here on the Moneybag 73 channel. So we're jumping right into this one. I have some examples here for you of people who remember a grocery store which has never existed in the current timeline or the current reality.
All right, so we're here in the Fred Meyer's parking lot. Someone just posted on the Facebook.
And anyway, I went to Fred Meyer's. It's a, department store, grocery store chain. You guys probably know it. I don't know.
Hey, what's up everybody? I just want to make this video really quick. We're at Fred Meyer's, and when we were walking in, a guy...
Let's get this started. We going to Fred Meyer's tonight. We're going to pick up some ice cream for my dad.
And thank you for watching. I just got back from the grocery store. I went to Fred Meyer's and Costco, and I thought I'd do a really quick haul for you.
My channel today. I have our 2-week grocery haul for you guys. I decided to go to Fred Meyer's this time because I didn't want to go to 2 stores and I haven't been there in a while.
So we just got back from Fred Meyer's and we're going to show you what we got today.
Okay, so Fred Meyer is located in Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Alaska, I believe. So only maybe 4 states, so this is not going to affect everyone. I'm curious if you remember Fred Meyer's or if it's always been Fred Meyer for you. Go ahead and thumb the video up if you remember Fred Meyer's, like all the people in the examples that I showed. And thumb it down if you always remember Fred Meyer, which is what it has always been since 1922. Hypermarket superstore founded in Portland by Fred G. Meyer. So always Fred Meyer. This is not a company name change, which a lot of people think the Mandela Effect's all about. Oh, companies change names all the time. Well, that's not what the Mandela Effect's about. But anyway, moving along. Here we have an example of Starbucks and Fred Meyer's on Bakerview. Here's some books. We went to Fred Meyer's grocery store. Then we went to Fred Meyer's to get their fishing licenses. We went to Fred Meyer's and got groceries. Then we went to Fred Meyer's, got some pictures. So lots of people remembering Fred Meyer's. So that's about it. Just a real quick video on this one. I wanted to document Fred Meyer's. I had someone who had been asking me to do a video on this for a little while, so I went ahead and did it. So that's about it. A few other things I wanted to mention. Doing this last video where I saw these comments from people thinking that the Mandela Effect's a psyop, just really got me thinking. And there's a lot of people out there who don't look into this at all. I mean, they're presented with it by somebody and they say, oh, well, the government, they own the internet and they can go change things. And, that's what's going on. And they don't even look into it. They just think, oh, well, things are being changed. So you got the deniers that say, oh, nothing's changing. You just misremembering everything. And then you got the other people who say, yeah, things are changing, but the governments, they're changing it. Okay, that makes no sense. And then you got the time travel people who think someone's going back in time and like moving South America 1,000 miles to the east and Australia 1,000 miles north. I mean, I don't know how they're thinking that's getting accomplished. So, I mean, the time travel people, they're people who see Fruit Loops and they see things like life was a box of chocolates, which is the way it is now. I remember life is like a box of chocolates. But anyway, they see these little movie changes and they just say, oh, well, these things can change. They can get changed. The people with the government talking about the government's changing everything. The government's going into people's houses and changing their VHS tapes somehow and all this PSYOP stuff. So I don't know. It makes no sense whatsoever. So there's so much confusion. I've never seen anything with so much confusion before in my life. There's just so much information, disinformation on the internet for the Mandela effect, that I'm waiting for that next wave of people that have an expansion in their awareness and consciousness expansion to where they can start seeing more changes. This is an ongoing process that's not going to go away. And what really gets me is a lot of people, how they're thinking like, they're just so surprised at this. Now, I'm surprised at it too, don't get me wrong, but I knew it was coming. I was on YouTube back in 2011 talking about a coming shift in human consciousness. And that's what I feel this is. I don't feel this is demons at a computer or Satan or a government psyop or time travelers that can somehow shift continents. I just, none of that makes any sense to me. But like I've told you before, I have not ruled out CERN and quantum computers because I don't know what they're capable of, so I haven't ruled that out. But what I do know is that the ancients, thousands of years ago, like with the Mayan calendar, they said that they ended their Mayan calendar. The world as we knew it ended in 2012, and we're in a new place now. So we're in a time of awareness expansion and consciousness expansion, and we're learning how reality really works. The future is incredible, and I'm so excited for the future. I feel sorry for the people that are fearful, and they're coming from a place of fear with this government psyop and satanic bullshit. It's just, not that I don't believe that there's an evil force, but man, it's just, I don't want to feel like I got all the answers, because I don't have all the answers, and I never said that I did. The people who claim to know exactly what's going on, I run from those people, because this is multi-levels of things that are just so hard to try and pinpoint, and you have to do a lot of research, and you just have to go with your gut, and you have to just find what's right for you. But the people that are continuing on with the time travel, I keep hearing time travel. I mean, the time travelers can't move continents around. They can't shift my kidneys up, and they can't play with my heart and move it around, and they can't do all these things. So that's just not what it is. I believe we live in a multiverse. I believe that we're shifting through millions of realities per second, and it's just like a movie reel. And it's just flickering, and we're flickering through. Everyone's always constantly shifting through tons of realities, and they never knew it. And now we're waking up. That's what the finding ourselves again, the meeting ourselves again that the Incas were talking about millennia ago, and that, you know, the ending of the Mayan calendar, and just lots of different cultures throughout time. We're speaking about the 2012. If you go research 2012, end of the world, blah, 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 Hollywood saying that the world's going to end, you know, fear, 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 getting everyone in the fear. That's what was being talked about, but it wasn't the end of the world. It was the end of the world as we knew it, and I think a lot of you will agree with me that the world as we knew it, it has ended. It's done. It's gone. We're in a new place now. We're learning who and what we are, and it's just a totally exciting, incredible time. And if it's not for you, then I'm sorry, but it is for me. And I know a lot of other people that are on board with this, and they're going. They already let go of the shore. They're in it, and they're going down the stream, and they're high-fiving people around them, and they're ready. They're just ready to go with this. And that's what you need, because I think we're in for way more craziness as things heat up. But whatever's behind this new, we can't just handle waking up in another place, like in a different house with a different family, and, you know, people would snap. So that's why you got these small changes. Oh, if this is real, why you got all these little small changes, you know, like an S dropping off or apostrophe, and this, you know, people with their attitudes saying that nothing's going on because the changes are too small. Well, just because nothing's going on for them doesn't mean nothing's going on, but a lot of them are coming from a place of fear. So we'll just let